After the passing of Prophet Muhammad, the Muslim world entered one of the most important periods in history, a time of sacrifice, a time of justice, a time of courage and wisdom. Four great men were chosen to lead the Ummah, men who stood beside the Prophet through hardship and victory, men whose names would shine forever in Islamic history. They became known as the Four Rightly Guided Caliphs, the Khulafa Rashidin. Their stories are not just history. They are lessons for every generation. Scene of Makkah at night, gentle wind sounds. The first caliph was Abu Bakr, the closest friend of the Prophet, the first adult man to accept Islam, a man known for truthfulness and loyalty. When Islam was weak and Muslims were tortured, Abu Bakr stood firm beside the Prophet. He spent his wealth to free slaves who were being brutally punished for accepting Islam. Among them was Bilal ibn Rabah. But the greatest test came after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. FDFA, sad emotional music. The Muslim community was heartbroken. Many people could not believe the Prophet had passed away. Even Umar ibn al-Khattab was overwhelmed with grief. Then Abu Bakr stood before the people and said, "Whoever worshipped Muhammad, Muhammad has died. But whoever worships Allah, Allah is ever living and never dies." Those words gave strength to the Ummah. As caliph, Abu Bakr faced rebellion and false prophets across Arabia. Many tribes refused to pay zakat, but Abu Bakr did not fear anyone. He united Arabia once again and protected Islam during its most dangerous moment. Despite being the ruler of Muslims, he lived simply. He wore ordinary clothes. He carried his own goods in the market, and he feared Allah every single day. After only 2 years as caliph, Abu Bakr passed away, but his courage saved the Muslim Ummah from collapse. Epic music rises, expanding Islamic empire visuals. After Abu Bakr came the powerful and fearless Umar ibn al-Khattab, a man once feared by Muslims before accepting Islam, who later became one of Islam's greatest defenders. Umar was known for justice unlike the world had ever seen. During his rule, the Islamic Empire expanded rapidly into Persia, Egypt, Syria, and beyond, but power never changed him. At night, Umar would walk through the streets alone to check on poor families. One night he heard children crying from hunger. Their mother was boiling water with stones in a pot just to make the children think food was coming. When Umar saw this, tears filled his eyes. He rushed to the treasury, carried a sack of flour on his own back, and personally cooked food for the family. When someone offered to carry the sack for him, Umar replied, "Will you carry my sins on the day of judgment?" Pause. Emotional music. Umar feared Allah more than he feared enemies. Under his leadership, justice became so strong that even governors feared oppressing people. He established courts, welfare systems, and public services, yet he slept on the ground with no guards. One day, while leading Fajr prayer, Umar was attacked and severely wounded. As he lay dying, his only concern was the future of the Ummah. His rule became a symbol of justice for all humanity. Calm, peaceful atmosphere. Quran recitations softly in background. The third caliph was Uthman ibn Affan, a wealthy businessman with a soft heart and unmatched generosity. He was so modest that even angels were said to feel shy around him. During difficult times, Uthman spent huge amounts of wealth for Islam. When Muslims suffered from lack of water in Medina, he purchased a well and gave it freely to the people. During military campaigns, he donated hundreds of camels and supplies for the Muslim army. But perhaps his greatest contribution was preserving the Quran. As Islam spread into different lands, Muslims began reciting the Quran in different dialects. To protect the exact words of Allah, Uthman ordered official copies of the Quran to be compiled and distributed throughout the Muslim world. Because of this effort, Muslims around the world still recite the same Quran today. Slow, emotional music. But dark times arrived. Rebels surrounded Uthman's house in Medina. Even though he had the power to fight back, he refused to spill Muslim blood. For days he remained patient. Then, while reciting the Quran, Uthman was martyred. His blood fell upon the pages of the Quran he loved so deeply. Strong emotional music, battlefields, and wisdom visuals. The fourth caliph was Ali ibn Abi Talib, the cousin and son-in-law of the Prophet Muhammad. FDFA. Ali was famous for bravery, wisdom, and deep knowledge. As a young boy, he accepted Islam at a time when many people rejected it. During the migration from Mecca to Medina, Ali risked his life by sleeping in the Prophet's bed while enemies surrounded the house. Throughout many battles, Ali showed incredible courage, but despite his strength, he was also known for mercy and intelligence. As Caliph, Ali faced one of the most difficult periods in Islamic history. Internal conflicts and political divisions spread throughout the Muslim world. Even in chaos, Ali remained devoted to truth and justice. One famous story tells of Ali losing his armor. Later, he found it with a non-Muslim man and took the case to court. Even though Ali was the caliph, the judge asked for evidence. Ali could not provide enough proof. So the judge ruled in favor of the non-Muslim man. The man was shocked that the ruler accepted the judgment without anger. Seeing such justice, the man accepted Islam. Emotional pause. Ali's wisdom and knowledge inspired generations of Muslims, but eventually he too was assassinated while going for Fajr prayer. With his death, the era of the Four Rightly Guided Caliphs came to an end. Slow, emotional ending music. Abu Bakr taught us faith and loyalty. Umar taught us justice and courage. Uthman taught us generosity and modesty. Ali taught us wisdom and bravery. These four great leaders changed history forever. They were not kings seeking power. They were servants of Allah carrying the responsibility of an entire ummah. Their stories still echo across the world today. And perhaps the greatest question is, if they lived among us today, would we follow their example?